All right, we are back. So we took a little hiatus during the open on these videos just because the Thursday, Friday situation was hectic, but we have a lot of good stuff coming up, and we wanted to take today to introduce a couple of new things or things that we would like you guys to take advantage of. So whether you know it or not, for the past few months, there has been a whiteboard pretty much directly behind us on the other side of the wall. Half whiteboard, put a lot of announcements up there, and half corkboard. And so I know some of you at the gym found out as recently as yesterday that whiteboard existed, but it's there.
And so when you're hanging out before class, maybe read it, see what's happening.
Especially for those of you who don't read your emails.
Read
don't
one
read
of those.
the whiteboard, don't pay attention in class.
A lot of repetition. I didn't know this was happening.
Yes, so we're trying to make sure that you guys are aware of what's happening and the things that we are offering and doing. And so we're gonna take advantage of that corkboard space and make kind of like an accountability board, right? So at our last coaches meeting, we had talked about how we thought everyone did really well in the open as a gym, and obviously there's always room for improvement for us as coaches, for you guys as athletes, everything in between, and how do we help you guys kind of get to that next level? And so a few of the coaches had the idea of making a goal board / accountability board where we can help you more easily achieve those things that you're looking to do. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have flashcards. We know that for the video, flashcards wouldn't work out well, so we have not flashcards, but we have some pieces of paper where we wrote down some ideas of goals. Some of them are a good way to write them, some of them are not. So we're gonna go over that now.
Do you care what I do first?
Let's do a general goal.
Like this one?
General
This
goal,
one? Okay.
Yeah.
So, one way of saying something is, I want to do a pull-up. Okay, it's not very specific though, right? And like me, I don't know if some of you have heard of writing a SMART goal.
What's a SMART goal?
So a SMART goal is a way to write your goals, and it's an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, or actionable, right? Achievable. What is the R? T is time.
Yeah, timely.
Timely.
Reasonable?
Realistic? Is that what it is?
Specific, measurable, attainable,
realistic.
Achievable, realistic, and timely.
Perfect. So that's it. Crushed it. But
so that's measurable.
So a pull-up, you're saying this is the thing I want to do, and we can obviously know when you get a pull-up. But you're not really telling us, do you want to do just one pull-up? Do you want to do that today or like in the next 10 years? Like, how do we get you here? We need more information, right? So a better way to write this would be, I want to do 3 unbroken pull-ups by Murph. And now really, I should have been more specific and said strict or kipping or butterfly or...
We could get into, there's a whole bunch of ways.
Right, so we could get even more detailed with it. But this is telling you exactly what I want to do. So I'm giving the rep scheme of I want to do 3. And that might mean I can already do 1, but I can't string them together. Or maybe I've done none, but I'd love to be able to do 3. And I want to do them unbroken, so 3 at the same time. I'm on the bar the whole time, and I'm giving a date by when I want to do this. And in case you don't know, Murph is Memorial Day, so that's Monday, May 30th. We'll be doing that workout. So I'm giving a time frame. This makes it a lot, not easy. It's easier to know when we want to do this by and to stick to like that schedule of I'm working towards this goal. This is when I want to do it by. And it helps us as coaches to really like, hey, when we're in a workout and we're picking levels, you said you have this goal of doing pull-ups. Let's level up here because that's going to get us towards that goal in that time frame you said you wanted.
I think the other thing that's really helpful with doing something like this, I don't think we got to keep holding it if you don't want to, but
I'm Vanna Whiting it.
Especially with larger goals, it allows us the ability to create milestones along the way, which is really helpful. When we're doing something like this, I want to do this thing. It's harder to have specific milestones because you can always say, well, I'll get it later, I'll get it next time, right? We put a deadline out there. We're making this known to persons outside of ourselves, which is part of the reason we're calling it an accountability board. not just a goal board. And the thing that Erica kind of talked about a little bit with this is, what is our starting point, right? Maybe you can do 1 pull-up, right? And so, you know, in 2.5 months, going from 1 pull-up to 3 unbroken is a realistic, achievable, timely goal. If you're a person who's like, you know, I want to do 25 unbroken pull-ups and I haven't done a single pull-up in my life and I need to lose, you know, a little bit of extra body fat, that's probably not going to be a great short-term goal, but it's a fantastic long-term goal.
Right, and then like you were saying, like that then helps us, okay, let's set up other goals along the way to get to that big goal at the end.
Right.
You know, and it could be like, say you're like, I want to pull up, and then so you do 1 pull up and we're like, oh my gosh, you did it, you did your goal, but like you're not as happy about it because maybe your goal really is, no, I want to do like 3 or 4, I didn't want to do just 1. So that helps us hold you accountable to what you're saying you want, make sure we're all on the same page, you know, and keep you making progress.
You'll never be as excited about working towards your goals as you are in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like an outfit never looks as good as it does in the dressing room. But so with Murph coming up, right, the Open is done, and some people are like, what do I do now? Right? It's like, what's his name? Happy Gilmore's like 364 days till next year's hockey tryouts, gotta toughen up. And, you know, Murph, run a mile, break it up, but do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, run a mile. Wear a weight vest if you got it. This is a tremendous workout to test fitness in a different way, very similar to a lot of our Friday workouts. And so there's a lot of great opportunities. Hey, I want to run a mile in under this amount of time by Murph. I want to be able to do 5 unbroken strict push-ups, the pull-ups. You know, I want to have 25 rep squats, something along those lines. A lot of different opportunities for us to work on things with that coming up. And it's stuff that you can work on pretty much anywhere, right? Minus the pull-ups, you can do it anywhere. You can run anywhere, you can push up anywhere, you can squat anywhere. So that's a great opportunity for some of you to have some good goal setting. And if you're not sure about how to begin with something like some of these gymnastics moves, that's what we're here for, right? And so when we do workouts that have some of these activities, there's a good opportunity to see like, all right, what's my baseline, right? And you might be like, hey, I want to try to do this today so I know where I'm at, and that will help me gauge what I need to do when May comes around, or the end of May. But maybe your goal isn't gymnastic. Maybe it's lift heavy weights, right? So Erica has another goal. This is specific to Erica.
This is a real goal of mine. So a bad way of saying it, I want to snatch more.
You and everybody else.
Right? So this is a goal. I want to snatch more, right?
Like 4 days a week.
Right. And it, like, how much more? Do I have a time when I want to snatch a certain weight by, right? So how do I make this even more specific, even more measurable, and really then allows the people around me to keep me accountable to what I'm saying I want? So a better way to say it, I currently snatch 68 kilos, so that's my max snatch right now. I want to snatch 75 by November 3rd. So I have a big goal of qualifying for a big event at the end of the year. And so
you get a shirt.
I hope so, yeah, I do. I get my Ready Spaghetti shirt.
Yes.
So
crop top V-neck sleeveless hoodie.
that's right.
With strings.
And so in order to achieve that big goal, this is one of those steps along the way. So it's snatching 75 kilos by a certain day. So I'm being very specific on how much more I want to snatch and the time frame in which I want to do that. And so obviously I can look at 68 to 75. That's a bit of a gap. I can also set small goals along the way, right? Like once I snatch 70, we're making progress towards that 75, right? Once I snatch 72, we're making progress towards that 75. And so it allows me to set smaller milestones along the way. And like, hey, if I can hit this weight kind of by this time, I know I'm on pace to reach that goal. And this is all kind of leading into that bigger goal of getting my shirt and qualifying for a meet.
Well, and being able to break this down, right? We have 7.5 months, 7 kilos. That's a kilo a month, right? Very reasonable sounding,
right?
Right? And you talked about, all right, got to hit 70, got to hit 72, right? every increase is a goal, and you can go
Yep.
up by as little as half a kilo.
Yep.
Right? So there's plenty of opportunity there with that. And then you could also say, because the snatch is a complicated movement, all right, well, if I want to snatch this, I need to snatch balance this, or I need to overhead squat this, or I need to be able to snatch pull this, right? So with a weightlifting movement, we got a lot of cool other areas to improve upon that still help work towards the trajectory of the ultimate goal. And that helps a lot too with feeling stagnant or like, well, this one thing hasn't moved. It's like, well, yeah, this hasn't moved, but all these other things did. And
Right.
those are the building blocks, right?
Like, if I just look at, I need to snatch 75, and I'm only focused on that, then I'm going to be very discouraged by anything else I do because it's still not this, right? So like Dennis is saying, if I look at breaking down these other pieces, hey, did my snatch balance go up? Am I snatch pulling more than 75? Am I overhead squatting? Like, is that weight going up? All these other things are helping me towards this and helping me stay motivated instead of just like, but I need 75 and I snatch 70, but it's not 75, right? Like, all of those are steps to that big goal. And I think when you break it down into those smaller pieces, it really does make that big goal seem less scary.
Yeah. So when you're thinking about your goals, specific, right, measurable, they need to be achievable and realistic, right?
Like, I can't say I want to run a 3-minute mile,
I mean, you can say that
but like, that's not happening.
on a bike.
Yeah, maybe.
So you got to think about where you're at, and that kind of where the timeliness comes into play, right? And you're working towards those goals. And again, we are here to help with this, all of the coaches. If you're struggling to either come up with a goal to work on, or multiple goals, or how to write them out, that's what we're here for. But I want to see you guys putting them on the board. If we run out of space, we'll get more board space, but we'll have flashcards, we'll have some Sharpies. That will only be for that. Please don't write on the whiteboard with Sharpies. A couple other things real quick. Like we said, we have Murph coming up in May, something to get geared up, get ready for. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. If you were here for it last year, we did it all outside. We're still figuring out the logistics of that, but we're going to do breakfast again like we did last year. So last year we had bagels and a whole bunch of fruit and coffee and stuff like that. We're going to arrange something similar, try to level it up a little bit for you guys. And depending on what the road situation is outside, there might be some inside, some outside, but we want you guys to have a blast, have a good time with that. Another thing that we're doing, if you're coming into the gym today, we started having O2 recovery drinks. Grab one on us, try it, let us know what you like. 2 of the flavors have caffeine, the grapefruit ginger and the orange mango. Those have caffeine in them, but the other 2 have no caffeine. So far, everyone's been really liking them. They're non-carbonated.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot better than the Kill Cliff. I know a lot of people like the Kill Cliffs. These, I feel like I didn't taste the artificial like sweetener.
Wasn't as fake tasting.
Yes, yeah. So I liked it a lot. It was very refreshing.
And then tomorrow, Friday, we're back on a regular FYF schedule. I know some of you have been sad not having that. So we got that coming up. And then April 23rd.
April 23rd, are we
we're
saying
doing
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So April 23rd is going to be our QDA outing. We are going to go bowling at 500 Pearl. So we'll have the whole bowling alley area to ourselves, food, drinks, all that good stuff will be included. And so I'll be sending an email out Monday. So it'll be an email on Monday with all the details about that, how to sign up and all that fun stuff.
Ladies, if you haven't picked on tank tops, pick.
The crop top. The long crop top.
Wait, long crop top?
Well, it's like
Isn't that just a
it's
normal
not like a mid-dress.
What is a long crop top?
It like comes
that's a tank top.
It'll like go to like your belly button, not like
So,
midriffy.
If you have input regarding that, there are 2 options that was sent out via email as well. And I will not be here for April 23rd. I'll be in Florida competing at Go Ruck Games, but that's a whole different conversation. And then, yeah, anything else?
I think that's it. Oh, Saturday?
Oh, Saturday, yeah. This Saturday. We have the Holy celebration, Holly, Holy. We're never
Festival
sure.
of Colors.
But Monty is going to be bringing in all of the stuff for that. We're going to have some nice desserts after 9 a.m. class.
Wear white or just like a light colored.
Wear a light
clothing.
colored shirt or bring a white shirt. And I would recommend just doing a quick shower or rinse off in the gym, because if it gets all over you and you don't wash it off, it can stay for a little bit, and then wash those clothes pretty quickly afterwards. But we've been doing it the last few years. It's fun. It takes 20 minutes after class. You don't have to work out at 9 o'clock to do it, but we would encourage you to do so. And I think that's most of the stuff that we got going on. We'll be back next week. As always, if there's something that you would like us to discuss, something that you have questions about, we would love to talk about it. Please shoot us a message, let us know in class, and we will
Comment
get
on the
after it.
video.
Yeah, comment on the video. Cool.
All right, good
All right.
stuff.
Awesome. And it fell.